Hi, I'm Rita Wilkins, also known as the Downsizing Designer. So are you guilty of feeling guilty when you're decluttering your home? If you are, you're definitely not alone, because many people wonder, why do they feel so guilty? And they also wonder how to stop feeling that way, because it really can slow you down and even stop your progress completely. So why do you feel guilty when you declutter? So one reason is that we become attached to our stuff and we make it mean something when in fact it's really just stuff. And another one is that we might be feeling that when we get rid of something our loved ones might have given us, then that we would disrespect them. So we hold on to it even if it's in a box in the basement. And we might feel guilty because we spent good money on something, we've all said that, and that we'd be wasting money even though you might never wear it and it just continues to sit in your closet. So we might feel that we might need it someday, and we all have those kind of things, and we feel guilty when we get rid of it, even though it too might sit in a box in your basement or your garage. And we might even feel guilty because we're afraid of making a wrong decision and we might regret giving away something. So these are all things that we tell ourselves about our stuff, so we hold on, and then we hold on even more, and then we even move it from house to house. And probably you have things in your basement right now where you moved stuff, you don't even know what's in those boxes, but you're just holding on to it. So that takes up space in our closets, our basements, and other parts of our home. But the bottom line is, beneath all of those excuses is an even deeper reality and reason that we feel guilty. And that's that we know we have too much stuff. We know it's gotten out of control, and we know that we might have bought things that, or inherited things, or given things that we never use. So we also know that we can't possibly keep it all, especially if we're going to try to declutter and maybe downsize at some point. We know that if we don't declutter, that at some point our kids are going to have to deal with it someday. So those are kind of real deeper reasons why we feel guilty, even though on the surface it's more of the excuses. And the reality is, feeling guilty slows you down, it weighs you down, and it's not really a very good reason to hold on to stuff that we no longer want, need, or use. So how do you stop feeling guilty when you're decluttering? So number one, and this is a little bit of tough love speaking, just stop making excuses. Stop making excuses for holding on to those things. So just look around at the areas that you want to declutter. You know all of this excess clutter is taking up valuable space in your home, whether it's your garage, your attic, your basement, your closets. And you know it's full of stuff that you rarely use. Maybe you haven't even seen it in years, and it doesn't even fit your lifestyle any longer. In other words, it's served its purpose. And you also know that that you've been making excuses, you've been holding on to things like dated electronics, video equipment, VCH tapes, CDs, all of those things that are really out of date. Old stereo speakers go from one house to the next house to the next house. So the bottom line is, you know, we've got to stop making those kind of excuses. You know, when you look at your closet, do you really need those clothes that no longer fit, or those shoes that kind of hurt your feet when you're wearing them? So why hold on to those things? And do we really want to continue to hold on to your parents' dining room furniture, the table, the 8 chairs, the china cabinet, the server, all of those things that might be taking up space in a storage unit that you're paying for every month? So if you do want to declutter and let go of your stuff that no longer serves you, number one, just stop making excuses and let it go. The second way to let go of guilt is to get real and ask the tough questions, even if it hurts. So you know that all of this extra stuff takes up space in your home and in your head when you feel guilty. And you know that you can't possibly keep it all if you're going to downsize to a smaller home. So ask yourself, is it really worth your time, your money, your energy that it takes to store all of this stuff and to maintain it? And if you're paying for a storage unit, it's costing you money. So ask yourself, if you're not using it, if you don't need it, why are you holding on to this? So when you get to the bottom of that, letting go of the guilt is actually an easier thing to do when you start realizing, you're holding on to it simply because someone gave it to you, even though you've never used it. So if those books that are sitting on your shelf that never got read, if there are craft items that are taking up one whole closet, but you never even enjoy that craft anymore, or if your deceased parents' stuff sits in your garage because you have no room for it in your house. You don't know how many times I hear this day in and day out. And, from an outside perspective, it's certainly easier to see, but I'm trying to help you see these things yourself and really get tough on yourself. Ask yourself the hard questions and tell yourself that it's time. So that's the third thing. It's time to declutter once and for all. You're not going to put up with any of the excuses. You're going to ask the hard questions, and you're going to actually make it happen. So, just tell yourself you're tired of talking about it, and now you just want to do it. You want more space. You want in your home. You want more time to do the things that really matter to you, and you want more peace of mind. When you have a clutter-free home, there's nothing like walking in and just feeling the peace, and that's your sanctuary. That's what a home should feel like. So if you want to let go of that guilt, think about what you're gaining, not what you're losing. And I told you there are 3 reasons. There's actually 4, and there's probably many more, but these are the 4 that I could think of. The 4th is to repurpose the things so that you can benefit someone else that is in need. So God knows there are a lot of people around that don't have nearly as much as we do. And, it is true that one man's trash is another person's treasure. So to help you lose that guilt while you're decluttering, rather than thinking about yourself, think about others who might need something that you no longer want, need, or use. And that could be those winter coats that you don't wear. They could keep someone else warm this winter. It could be those children's clothes and toys. Excuse me. They would be welcomed by a young mother who is struggling to make ends meet. And it could be those duplicate kitchen items. Sorry. Those pots and pans, whatever it is, that's used for a young family who's just starting out. So if you no longer want, need, or use items and they no longer serve a purpose for you, why not try donating them? It's to someone else that can put them to good use. This not only feels good, but it helps relieve your guilt. So remind yourself that in spite of all the excuses, that you're committed to decluttering. You know that you need to let go of those things that no longer serve you, and you know that you need to start right now. So don't wait, and don't put it off any longer. Sorry, I've got allergies. So as many of you know, decluttering is not easy, and it is a journey, but you can do it. If I did it, you can do it. And also, it's ongoing. It never really stops. So it will be worth your while once you finally have that peace of mind and that freedom that you experience when you no longer have the guilt, and when you've let go of things and other people are using them. So if you're guilty of feeling guilty when decluttering, stop making excuses. Get tough on yourself. Ask yourself those tough questions. Declare that it's time, and consider donating your things to other people in need. And remember to focus on how someone else could benefit from stuff that's been sitting in your boxes in the basement. So I hope this helps. Please make comments below. I'd love hearing from you, and it certainly helps me create content for upcoming Facebook Lives and for my blogs. Thanks. I'll see you next week.